What's up, what's up, man? So I just came out of the movie theater. I was watching the movie The Joker, which I will be doing a review of in the very near future. Now, when I came out of the movie theater, I got a notification on my YouTube, from my YouTube app, saying that none other than our narc in residence, Yogi Obes, uploaded a video. So I go watch it, and the video, he's talking about us as men forgiven women for all the bad stuff they do to us because, according to him, it is instincts that women do this without even realizing what they are doing, and therefore, as men, we should grow up and forgive women and embrace them for who and what they are. Now, this is total B motherfucking S. Now, the reason why this video is going on my alpha male, not going on my alpha male channel and going on my Seed of King David channel, is that it has more of a religious background to it. So, like I said before, in the AML channel, we do delve a little bit into religion, but when the basis of a video is derived from religion, we go on to the Seed of King David channel. So, let's get right into the video, which is titled "The Number One Reason Why Women Hate MGTOW." Sorry about that. Now, before we understand female nature, we must understand the instinctual nature of an animal. What separates a woman from an animal? Because there is no animal heaven. There is no doggy heaven. There is no cat hell. Animals do not get to be in heaven or hell on Judgment Day. Why not? When I was in Alaska recently, as you guys know, I made a video while I was in Alaska. I was in a small town called Hunan, I believe, and I left the cruise ship. I walked to the end of the town. I sat by a beautiful lake. I made a video. And on the way back, apparently there was a grizzly bear that was stalking me, and the police gave me a ride back to the cruise ship. And I spoke with the officer. His name was Officer Ryan, I believe. And he told me that he had to put down a grizzly bear. They call it a brown bear up there. They had to put down a brown bear the other day because it was harassing and confronting people in a hostile manner. Now, bears usually stay away from people, just like any animal. Bears, tigers, lions, usually animals have some sort of fear of men that makes them, avoid men. But this bear seemed to be getting out of pocket, and they had no choice but to kill the bear. Of course, the other choice would have been to tranquilize the bear and transport it to somewhere else far, far away from mankind. But let's be realistic, ain't nobody going to do all that just to keep a grizzly bear alive by tranquilizing it and transporting it somewhere else out, way far out in the wilderness. They just might as well kill it, use the fur, use the meat. I think they eat grizzly bear up there. I know they eat black bears up in Alaska, so they can probably eat a grizzly bear, or the very least they use its fur. So the point here is that when an animal shows signs of hostility, we need to understand that as human beings, we are on the animal's turf. So when an animal shows disrespect to us, when it shows crazy stuff like that, really it is more of our fault than their fault, for the simple fact that we as men are encroaching on their territory. Now, the thing here is that the animal You cannot sit down with the animal and be like, hey, grizzly bear, listen, it's not cool when you like confront people and stalk people and like charge them and stuff like that. So if you may, Mr. Grizzly Bear, can you like, stay away from people? You can't do that, guys. You can't take a freaking animal, sit down with it and be like, okay, listen, this is how things have to be. What you're doing is wrong. This is the solution over here. You can't do that with an animal because an animal goes off of instincts. It doesn't go off logic. It doesn't go off of reason. Now, this is the only thing that differs an animal from a woman. The only reason why women get heaven and hell is because they can make a conscious decision, bad or good. They have the logic, they have the reason, albeit a small amount. See, you guys have to understand something about computers. And again, I've been in computers for like 30 years, back when computers were like not even 5-6 gigahertz, maybe 33 gigahertz. A computer back then had a very, very weak CPU compared to today. But yet, that CPU 30 years ago was able to do simple stuff like mathematics, maybe some drawings, maybe play like 2D video games. Nevertheless, even though it was a very, very small CPU, it still had capabilities where it could function, even though it was extremely limited in the power it had. Now, women are exactly the same thing. They don't see us as men today. A man is like a modern computer. You got a 2.7 gigahertz Intel processor, you got 1 terabyte hard drive, you got fucking 32 gigabytes of RAM, and you can do amazing things with a modern computer today. You can do amazing things with a man, but yet a woman being like a computer from 30 years ago, again, you can only do very limited stuff with it, but nevertheless, you can do stuff with it. So women, even though they are very limited up here, they nevertheless, they have the logic, they have the reason, they have the consciousness to make a decision, righteousness or evil. And this, gentlemen, is why women hate MGTOW. They hate red pill. They hate MGTOW because MGTOW encompasses red pill. All the red pill really is, it's basically us as men getting to know female nature. What's happening is that women are embracing their dark side. I'm a big guy. Why don't I walk around, beat up people, and take their money? I'm a smart guy. Why can't I hack into your computer account, get onto your bank, and steal all your money? I know some of you are going to say, well, that's illegal, and you probably go to the prison for it. Yeah, but why don't I do it? Because it is wrong. Morally, it's wrong. Guys, I've had times before when I was driving cab, I've seen guys pass out and their wallet is hanging out of their pocket. I've seen people who would leave the smartphone in the back of my cab and they'd have the password to their bank account. But yet I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't take advantage of any, I didn't do anything immoral. I don't care about illegal, to be honest with you. I care about what God and his prophets think. So I didn't do anything immoral, even though I could have gotten away with it, because I have logic, I have reason, therefore I can pass a judgment. Should I do something immoral or not? And I choose not to do something immoral. Women, on the other hand, they choose. Let me repeat that, gentlemen. Women choose to do immoral stuff. It's not nature. Yogi Obs, in his video, he claimed that women do bad things because it's part of their instincts and they really don't know what they're doing. No, 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 no. Women are very much aware of what they are doing and they choose to do evil stuff. Women love to divorce rape men. Women love to take kids away from men. Women love to string on men. Women love to take attention, time, and money from men. Women love to manipulate and abuse men. They do that on purpose. The red pill is making men aware that women purposely choose to be malicious. And MGTOW is basically telling men, walk away from women. Just walk away. And this is why women hate us so much, because we are walking away from their evil. Now we need to understand that modern women today can live without a man. A woman today, she can go out, she can work, she can make her own money. She doesn't need a man to provide for her. She has big daddy government, she has police, she has firemen. So the modern woman today can live her entire life without having a man in her life for protection and for provisions. All that is supplied to her by modern society and big daddy government. But yet, women still need men in their lives. Why? Because if a woman doesn't have a man in her life, she will go crazy. Gentlemen, we need to understand that God never created woman to be standalone. Let me repeat that, gentlemen. Women were never created by the Almighty to be standalone. Adam, when he was in the Garden of Eden, he could have lived there all by himself and he would have been a hell of a lot happier than being with Eve. But Eve, on the other hand, she was created for the enjoyment of Adam. So women, whether they like it or not, they have to be with men. If they're not with us, they go crazy. You know, all these women who have wives and they have cats, that's because they don't have a man to use as an emotional tampon. When I came out of the movie theater a couple of minutes ago, like I said, I watched the Joker movie. When I came out, a lot of women are in the movie with their boyfriend, and they're obviously using the boyfriend. Think about it. Movie ticket was like what, $14? To buy popcorn and Coke is what, another $14, $15? So that guy just spent $30 to wine and dine. Well, not to wine and dine, but to basically feed a girl, take her out, show her a good time at the movie. And what does she have to do? Hold his hands at the end of the day? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, beat staying home and realizing how much of a loser she is. She can go out with a loser rather than work on herself becoming a better person. Also, at the same time, women are broke. Even though a lot of women out there, they make money, a lot of them are heavily in debt. Not to mention that women inherently are greedy. So there are women out there who actually make more money than men, but the reason why they get a man is so they don't spend their own money. And that by itself is actually something that is unethical and wrong and immoral. When you don't want to spend your own money, so you go out, you string a guy on. And this is the problem with women. A lot of women out there, they string guys along simply to drain their resources, to use them as an ATM, attention, time, and money. And thanks to the red pill, a lot of these men, they're waking up and they're realizing that the woman who's with them, she's only using them, abusing them, manipulating them, and once the bigger, better deal comes along, she's gonna throw them in the garbage can. You see, when a woman gets in a relationship with a man, she knows exactly, before you even know that she exists, she knows exactly what she's going to do with you. Coming from the Middle East, as you guys know, I always tell you guys, hijabis are the most hypergamous, promiscuous, abusive, manipulative, cunning woman on the planet. They are worse than black women. They are worse than white women. I've seen hijabis who love a guy. They're sexually attracted to a guy, and they are willing to pay for the guy to go to school. They're willing to pay for the home they live in. They're willing to, work an extra job or two so the guy can focus on his studies and get his life together. But yet, another guy that they are not sexually aroused by, but yet that guy has money, and because they're only interested in him out of hypergamous reason, not only do they want that guy to be making a whole lot of money, they also want that guy to spend all his money on her. So this very same woman who is already working a job, and she's willing to take on a second job just so she can keep the man that she's sexually aroused by afloat, this very same woman, she wants to quit her job and have the rich guy that she's marrying just for money to take care of her while she sits at home eating bonbons all day. This just goes to show you guys that a lot of women, the vast majority of women out there, guys, will never ever have the guy that they truly desire. And I would venture to say that 97+% of men out there will never ever be in a relationship where they were the woman's first choice or even her main choice at that. So this is the sad truth that we as men have to realize today. It's that women do have their nature, but they purposely embrace the dark side of their nature, and they hate MGTOW because thanks to the red pill, we expose that nature and their evil behavior. And also at the same time, MGTOW walking away from women will go crazy. If a woman doesn't have a man that she can use as an emotional tampon, she will go crazy. Because the thing you have to keep in mind is that women cannot use one another as an emotional tampon. Because when a woman uses another woman as an emotional tampon, she's going to say a lot of things that she has to get off of her mind, and the other woman is going to use those whatever. See, anything a woman says to another woman, she will. It's like the police. The police says anything you say can and will be used against you. When one woman uses another woman as an emotional tampon, whatever she says will be used and held against the woman by the other woman that she's using as an emotional tampon. But men, because we're naive, we're gullible, we're nice guys, we're like, oh baby, you're so beautiful, oh baby, you're so great, let me buy you a diamond ring, let me get you a first class ticket to fucking Maui or something. So women need to use men as emotional tampons. If we walk away from women, they will go berserk, and we are already beginning to see women going crazy in public, all because men are walking away, and that's why they hate MGTOW. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Best way to support the channel. As you know, my other channel, AML, has been not just demonetized. It has been taken down, and I'm starting all over again. But that's fine, because everything is on MGTOW.tv. In fact, Third Thing and Monkey started uploading to MGTOW.tv. So very happy with that. So the best way to support the channel, number one, if you're going to go to Amazon in America and you're going to buy anything from Amazon, go use my links at the bottom of the description, because anything you buy from Amazon through my link, I get commission on, and that helps the channel. Also, download the Brave browser. The Brave browser, it's a lot like Google Chrome, but it keeps away intrusive ads and third-party spyware. I personally use the Brave browser now more than any other browser. So download that, use it for a couple of days throughout the month, and I get my commission. I think my commission is like $5. So yeah, best way to support the channel. Amazon links in the below if you're gonna buy from Amazon.com. Brave browser, it's a totally free download. The third way to help out the channel is join my Patreon, because I put exclusive content on my Patreon that only those who pay the $5 or more get access to. You'll also get access to business class, which is a private men's forum over at MGTOW Cafe. MGTOW.cafe is public and free. You can go there, register, and get advice. But business class is a closed men's only private forum for $5. All right, guys, like, share, comment, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.